sessions.
Do you have to do anything different with a short week to prepare?
Well, you got to be careful. You got to keep their legs fresh, but you also want to make sure the guys see the concepts that the other team does. And I think it's important you keep doing the things that you do defensively and don't change a whole lot, because you want your guys to be able to go out there and play fast.
Is there a tougher opponent than Washington State to have a short week on, with how many different things they do?
Nobody's easy. Everybody in college football is going to create different challenges, and this week's no different.
What makes Gardner so special on the offensive end?
He's very talented player.
AC's guys responding to back-to-back losses. What's the mood like?
We got a real competitive group. I think that the guys recognize the mistakes that we've made every week, whether you win or lose, and we address them and we move on. And they've had a very business-like approach here the last couple of days, and have come in and spent a lot of time studying this opponent and studying the game plan. And I've been real happy with their preparation so far.
How do you think Porter's penalty is going to affect the team this Friday?
Well, we won't have him for the first half, so we'll be anxious to have him back for the second half. Our guys will be ready to play, though.
How does a pass-heavy team like them kind of suit you guys from a matchup standpoint?
Well, they spread the ball around a lot. They play a lot of different receivers. They play a lot of running backs. They rotate a lot of people. So we just have to make sure our guys stay fresh. And the matchups, they've got shifty receivers that run after the catch very well, and they have running backs that run well with the ball in their hand when it's a run, and they catch the ball well in the backfield. So they spread the field. They force you to defend all the field. And, I like our speed and our defense against everybody we play.
Marvell had a nice game. What was your evaluation of the other safety spot last week?
It was inconsistent. You're talking about playing the guys that played in there have had limited amount of reps, and went from third and fourth team to all of a sudden starting in a short amount of time. So their preparation was good. They went in there and they competed, and I couldn't ask for a better effort. But there's things they need to improve upon, just like everybody else.
Do you envision the same kind of timeshare with those two guys, or will that?
It's early to tell. It's early to tell right now.
Without Porter for the first half against Washington State, what's kind of the plan without him?
Well, we just have to move on and expect to get him in there in the second half and make the necessary adjustments rep-wise in practice to where whoever is replacing him gets the ample amount of work until we get him out there.
Can ISF slide over to play Predator?
We got a host of guys that can do it.
With just Washington State, what do you kind of see from? They have a new quarterback for fall. What do you do there?
Yeah, it looks the same. I think the quarterback is very impressive. For them to get a guy like that to come in and execute that offense in 3 games, he's very, very impressive. The ball's out quick. He sees the field well. He looks to his first, second, third progressions. Probably as good as any quarterback that Coach Leach has had that I've seen. So he's been a very, very impressive quarterback to watch.
Any drop-off?
I don't see any. So he's notoriously had really good quarterbacks, and it's a system that is quarterback friendly, and this guy runs it real well.
Let's do one more. Last couple of games have been a lot of third and longs. It seems like other teams have been able to kind of convert in those. And you would think those are easier situations, but why have they had success?
Well, it's been different things. Uncharacteristic things of some veteran guys that made some mistakes, and we've had some young guys make some mistakes, and we just have to do a better job of recognizing where we are on the field and what the situation is, and how important it is to get off the field on third down. So we'll continue to work that. I was pleased with the third down conversion rate the first 2 games. We always won about 30%, but last week was not nearly as good as our standards are, and they converted some third downs in that game that were not only touchdowns on third downs, but kept drives alive. And like I mentioned earlier, usually when you let a third down get converted, bad things can happen. So we want to try to limit those opportunities.